The next one up is going to be our Channelizer cone. So in the last video, we looked at cable barriers and I moved that resource file out and renamed it as it's completed. And then I grabbed the Channelizer cone resource file and brought it over into our new resource files folder. And I've opened up that model. Down here in the bottom right in the isometric view, you're going to want to rotate this and isolate the one that's the odd color. The one that looks correct over here on the right, that was done with RGB values for the colors, and unfortunately custom Linestyles don't recognize RGB values, and so that's why we're actually doing this entire exercise. And so what we're going to do now is change this one to make it look like the one that is correct with RGB, but using actual color numbers from the color table. So let's go ahead and set our orange first, and I've chosen color 81 for like a dark orange. And so we'll begin to change these shapes just so it will look like the one with the RGB settings. Essentially everything in my picture that's yellow will change that color. And then we need to change our whites. So we have a color set up for that one. It's color 15. And so this is our white section, which there are 2 of those. And then at the very bottom, the base, we're going to set that to a really dark gray. And so we'll pick that. And so now we've got that. Now we can, obviously, you can see that they're not quite the same if you wanted to pick a different orange or if you wanted to pick a more darker color black. The problem is if you get it to 000, it's going to show up as a background. And so that's why I just picked the darkest gray that was available in this color table. So once you got this the way you want it, then we're going to repeat our process again for updating the symbols. And so we'll go to Manage, File Open. This time is our Channelizer cone. And all of these entries all use the same point symbol. So if I select point symbol, you'll see all I have is just this one point symbol. So this one's really easy to do. And so we're just going to pick our insertion point at the beginning of that line. And then we need to build our selection set. And one way you can do that, I'm just going to go ahead and drag to select here, put those in. We don't want that line in the selection set, but we want everything else. And so we got the insertion point, we got the selection set. We're going to create Channelizer cone is the name. We'll select OK. We want to replace that. And now that's going to use the entries from the color table. And so we will save that and close that and exit. And that concludes the update in this point symbols for the Channelizer cone.